and then one day his jaw just fell out.
Oh,
Just falling
God damn.
because
The crazy,
he's drinking radiation. So
yeah. Listen, when he said he felt energized, like when he first started taking it, that's why he started taking so much. Like he take it and feel like he never felt before, and that was clearly his body being microwaved internally.
Ooh. I mean, I just couldn't imagine living in a building and being so terrified of somebody at work. I mean, and just in your personal life, this guy can just stop by and threaten you at any time, bro. Like, I just couldn't live my life like that, man.
threaten you with a smile.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh, girl, hair falling out because she's so terrified. I would just,
Who's
I
hair
don't even
falling
know.
out?
She pulling
Uh,
her own hair out, chunks of hair out.
no. Remember last season, her shit was just coming out. It was
Oh,
just
true.
falling out.
Yeah, then
So
she
now
No,
she on
Sam.
some.
Who
Now
who
she
who?
on
Who you
his
talking about?
assistant Ashley, the redhead. Yeah, but remember last season that shit was just falling out because she was so stressed. But now she gets off on snatching it out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just like on some freak kink bullshit, and just they represent the absolute worst of us. I feel. You know what I'm saying? I know we pretty diabolical as human beings, but damn.
No, you're right. There is no light at the end of the tunnel with this series, so it kind of this is a full on sewer battle. You're getting dirty. You ain't coming out. You ain't even gonna see the sun. There's no happy ending. So I
What y'all
don't.
think about?
You know.
What y'all think about Mallory? You know what I'm saying? Mallory with that whole backstory with Edgar Stan and Heroes. Their first attempt of putting them in the who was that? The Iranian or the Contras war.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, bro, that's how. If you, I feel like it's so accurate. Just because that's just the nature of man. You know what I'm saying? You put him in war, and I got powers. I'm not a soldier. It's a difference between a soldier and a dude with powers. I didn't know.
I mean, is it though?
Yes.
Is it though? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think in that world, I think a soldier with abilities would be just as diabolical and probably because you hear about this. You hear about the stories where soldiers in foreign countries anyway, right? So just think about somebody with invincibility just running around in the military on foreign soil. You know what I'm saying? He would just be as devious and diabolical. He would be a celebrity in any way, but he would probably be as bad as every other hero we've seen in that universe.
So why do you think they've hit this cat Soldier Boy then?
They're experimenting on Soldier Boy. They did something to him, man. His power set is different. I think they were making him a weapon. Looks like from what Butcher and everyone said that he's got the ability to basically go toe to toe with Homelander. I don't see that. Not based off of what we've seen. He's basically just like a Captain America type, but he did smack a guy so hard the guy flew up in the air and like came down several yards away. So I don't really know. Don't look like he was really trying that hard either. You know what I'm saying? So he's pretty strong.
I think they definitely brought him in to be the counter to Homelander, at least somewhat, or at least make you believe. We'll see if Homelander just makes some fodder or something. I don't think he will. I think he's a plot device for move the show along. Plus, it gives.
I don't know because I mean, in the comics, Soldier Boy was pretty much a joke. Like he was a guy trying to get into the Seven, and he was Homelander's little butt buddy. You know what I'm saying? He was doing whatever Homelander wanted to do, and Homelander was on some crazy shit with him, and the dude was willing to do whatever to get into the Seven. Sexually with Homelander. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so.
The
He's
show
not like
has
that.
moved and diverted so far away from the actual comic. So
Which I appreciate.
Facts. But I think it's setting up because like if you're a comic person, the person that actually was there to stand toe to toe with Homelander, in the show, he's not a part of it in that sense. To stand toe to toe with him. So I think they setting up for a Butcher to be the guy to go round for round with him.
Because in the comics, what was it? It was a combination of Black Noir and Butcher, right? That finally took him out.
Yeah, but like Black Noir was spoiler alert in the comics. It has nothing to do with the show itself. He was a clone of Homelander, Black Noir. But in the show, you know what I'm saying, Noir, you know what I'm saying, is on the nose. He's a black man. So
I just found it so sickening that Mallory has got these guys working for her, going and putting supers down, essentially, right? But then at the same time, she was so dirty with the Contras. She had cocaine packed up, and she was calling it Black Noir, and she was under direct. She was under the directive to only sell in black neighborhoods. I just found that so sickening, man.
But that was a real thing, though.
I know, I understand that. Yeah, but
they incorporated the realities of life in that situation. Because like our favorite show, one of our favorite shows, Snowfall, goes in detail about selling in the black neighborhoods and using that money to fund the Sandinistas and all the other rebel wars to make sure communism didn't spread. So that's basically what it was. It was Reagan like, yo, I don't want communism to be over here. So we need it by any means necessary, even if we got to take out the niggas. So you know what I mean?
All right, let's not drift too far down that path, fellas. Shit.
Hey, well, I mean, that's where it was, though. The show, that's where they touched on that shit. I was like, and Mother's Milk didn't even like bat an eye at that shit. He was more concerned about Soldier Boy and what he did to his family. I'm like, dude, whoa, what about your people, bro? Like, she just like implicated herself in the depths of how many fucking hundreds of thousands of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't even care, though.
His view was narrowed, though. When your view was narrowed, when you lose your family, and you know the person that killed your family, and he's still in grips, he's in grasp to actually get dealt with, you're not thinking about nothing else. You're thinking about putting in that wet work.
Yeah, he's got to go at this point. But again, like y'all said, the show is totally different than the comics, so I don't even want to know too many more spoilers about that. I plan on diving into the comics, and that's on his own separate lane. I can appreciate how they've developed the characters and what they're doing with them currently in this iteration of the video version. So I don't know. I get why he did what he did. Again, I wouldn't want super soldiers out here trying to take over a war. That's why Mallory's thing failed. And it's just a lot of ways that things can go if you start depending on super soldiers to, win war,
I was kind of hoping that they would make Mother's Milk a superpower being, because in the comics he's supposed to be extremely strong. And that's not what no temp be. He was one of those kids, you know what I'm saying, that took that shit when he was a kid. But the show is diverted away from that, so I'm wondering if maybe he's gonna take that temp V or that compound V and gain his abilities. But I don't know, man. That the whole element of having abilities for 24 hours that's a dope concept, because some of the guys that they were running into, man, it was just, and especially like the different super teams that these guys have to go up against. There is absolutely no way a human being, and they're not like a highly skilled trained unit. They're just a bunch of idiots that hate people with powers, you know what I'm saying? And they just kind of luck up a lot of times, and they're able to take people out, you know what I'm saying? So that was a dope element, I think, in adding that to the show, where you can have an ability for 24 hours. And then it's dope that your skills, your power set is your power set. So you already know what it's going to be when you take that stuff.
Unless it's a trash power set.
Yeah, if it's trash, you just gotta toss up, like porcupine like powers or some stupid shit, you know what I'm saying?
The power to be a human.
Right.
What's
accelerated skin growth or some stupid shit like that.
Now you brought up Nadia, and I mean that's the thing that sits with me. Bringing up one of these superpowered children, you might just lose your damn life, man. Kid might have wig out on you one day. You know, one of them temper tantrums a kid have might cost you. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
It was
that's
just
a whole nother perspective. You gotta.
it was just a little weird there, like Nadia, and it was terrifying is that Homelander did not just give her like compound B, he gave her the recipe to the shit. So like, what is she looking for the recipe if she just wanted to empower her daughter? She got the recipe. She can cook up that shit anytime she want to. You know what I'm saying? And make her army. So it's a little terrifying, man. You know, what is her ultimate game plan? You know what I'm saying? I think they. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that they probably setting her up to be the big baddie of the next season. I think they finally gonna get enough of Homelander, and I think they finally gonna squad up, and they're gonna have to take him out, man.
Oh shit! They've been trying to take him out for the first 3 seasons altogether.
Well, I mean, really, have they really like full on attacked him with the intent to kill?
No,
they haven't.
Yeah, they haven't. You can't yet.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And you know, you over there looking for some kind of mysterious weapon to, you know, take this guy out. So that's what makes me think that, you know, Soldier Boy is operating on some level near Homelander because, you know, if it's they're banking on that gun.
The way they set it up in a TV show, at least, Soldier Boy was big time in the 7. He might have been the guy in the 7. So it's all.
Well, he was in a squad called Payback. They was the premier team before the 7. The 7 overtook them when Soldier Boy got killed, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? So Payback is still around. Payback was old boy Gunpowder, the one that Butcher killed, and then that other chick that they with the sun powers that was, you know, running from who was that, Mother's Milk, or was that Frenchie?
It was Frenchie, and old girl.
Yeah, the little Wolverine chick. So but then you had Black Noir, and then you had those idiots that was in that war with Mallory. So all little squad was Payback. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I don't know. It's dope that they kind of mix in a little bit of like history with the show, and then you just got the crazy ass element of like Homelander killing Supersonic. You know what I'm saying? I thought Supersonic was going to basically take the place of Soldier Boy. You know what I'm saying? Since they're deciding to make Soldier Boy a little bit more serious, and he not going to be like Soldier Boy's butt buddy. I thought Supersonic was going to be that. I thought Supersonic was willing to do whatever it took to be in the 7, and it was kind of shocking to see what Homelander did to him. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, I knew he was fodder. I just knew it. Like, this
you
guy
did?
came out of nowhere. They kind of wrote him in some random spot with Starlight. Like,
yeah, it was kind of weird because I'm like, damn, they never showed him use his powers at all. You know what I'm saying?
He was just fodder, bro.
Never showed him use his powers, even though I of course assumed that he just ran fast. That's why they called him Supersonic. But you got 2 speedsters on the team, essentially, even though A-Train can't run. I'm like, okay, you got 2 guys on the team that's super fast, according to what the public believes.
Mm-hmm. All I knew was going to get eliminated, and because again, they're telling a meticulous story of how to attack the strongest man on the planet, and they're trying to do that. They're throwing shit at the wall because honestly, how would you fight Superman? Like, if he was an asshole, you have to do it in a lot of very fast, different kind of ways, different fashion ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Homelander has no weaknesses, and now he's on that Fox News shit where he's like, hey man, I'm gonna be me and I don't give a damn. That's even more terrifying now because you saw what he could do in the airplane. So at the end of the day, he's gonna rule by fear. At the end of the day, the whole world's gonna eventually come to grips with that when he wigs out and attacks New York or something, you know? And that's all.
I don't know, man. The thing with Compound V is it affects people so drastically and different. I just can't believe that even though Homelander, the reason why Homelander is so strong is because of the amount of Compound V they gave him as a baby, and he survived. So he took the most and he survived it, and that's why he's so strong. But I just, just through sheer like evolution, somebody could take it and gain the same abilities, man. It's just the adaptability in our cells. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just can't believe that somebody out there don't have, even if they just got one ability that could put Homelander down. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that.
Pound for pound, I don't see why Nadia couldn't, in the same room, couldn't end them.
I think she doubts that she could. She's worried that she couldn't, and she knows that it would be over if she tried and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? If she tried to explode this guy's head, and she don't have to explode his head, she could just cause a brain hemorrhage, and that's it. That's all she need to do.
Yeah,
is just cause a small.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, she don't have to like blow his head up. She can just cause, and that's real like terrifying power right there. Like to be able to hit somebody in the brain and not shoot no bullet, you know what I'm saying, and put them down permanently, you know what I'm saying? That's terrifying power.
How many episodes left to go this season?
It's only, what are we at, episode 4. I'm not sure if this is going to be a shorter season. I think now they're pushing towards just like shorter seasons, so I'm thinking probably maybe 8 episodes. So we had 4 now, so we probably have about 4 more episodes. I'll have to take a look at it to be more sure, but
hey, I thought the one scene with Butcher got caught doing the drugs by what's his name, Petey? No, what's the kid's name?
I cannot think of his name. Huey,
yeah. And it felt like I was watching Ray, and he's like, "Hey man, you don't want to do this. This is bad for you." He's sitting there shooting up in the closet like a fiend. And I'm like, he's like, "Nah, man, I want to be down. I want to escape too. You can't do this, Huey."
I mean, that scene where Huey saved Mother's milk was dope, though. That was a dope ass scene.
He became a speedster, right?
No, he just could teleport and he had super strength.
Okay, see, right. I didn't know what the hell was going on with him yet.
Yeah, I had to watch it a couple times to understand, but yeah, he teleported out of his clothes and then he punched straight through that dude. You know what I'm saying? So teleportation, and I don't know if maybe just all of them are just more durable, and that's why it's equated to super strength. But you got a guy like Gunpowder, the guy that Butcher put down. I'm like, okay, well, how does his powers work? He just can shoot guns. But the shit he could do with the guns was his power. You know what I'm saying? Even though it can be, we know how powerful a gun is, but to be able to curve bullets, that's some powerful shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It almost reminded me of another hero, Wanted. I don't know if y'all read that comic. Bro, that was
a whack ass movie.
The movie was nothing like the comic. Wanted, man. That was a wild ass comic book, man.
That was a very dope story, a very shit movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those ones I wish they'd done right, because the idea was Eminem and Halle Berry were supposed to be like the main characters, and it was just dope, bro. It was like a very dope storytelling. If you can find that graphic novel, get that motherfucker. In fact, I might just have to buy it again. That and a bunch of those 100 Bullet books, because those were dope as hell too.
Yeah, 100 Bullets was awesome. There's going to be 8 episodes in the boys season.
Nice.
It's 3.
All right, bet. Shit. Well, I don't know what to expect next. I mean, obviously, I don't know. Kimiko, I hope, isn't dead. I don't think she is, though.
I don't know. I don't know if the effect of her maybe not wanting to go on is was hindering her from. I think her power is more conscious than subconscious than she realizes. She wants to heal when she wants to heal, but now that she's kind of questioning everything and she's feeling like she's a monster and she's ruining people's lives, maybe subconsciously she's kind of holding her powers at bay, and that's why she's not healing. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of suspecting they built Soldier Boy just in the flashbacks. They kind of build him as an asshole, right? But now he spent what, a few decades in Russia being experimented on. There's no telling what he's going through. I'm hoping that maybe he's not as much of an asshole. I'm hoping that maybe he's a little bit more of a reformed asshole, and he'll be one of the ones that's gonna put it to Homelander. I'm thinking that by episode 7, uh, Edgar Stan's prediction about Homelander is gonna come out. Homelander is a moron, and he just digs himself into holes. And like Edgar Stan told him, like, look, we've been covering for you this whole time, and I'm kind of glad that I don't got to do it no more because you are a moron. So now the public is gonna like really finally see. But at the same time, they're gonna take a hell of a hit once Homelander just like finally loses it. I mean, the dude can take out probably a good half of the United States before they like figure out how to like stop him. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't really think they got no answers for him, and that's the
There's
dirty.
absolutely no way that they would let somebody like Homelander run around unchecked like that. He thinks he's unstoppable. He's definitely stoppable. They got an answer for him. The comics was Black Noir, and Black Noir was the one. He was made to be the answer to Homelander, and he just got tired of waiting in the wings for this guy to snap. So he was manipulating Homelander behind the scene, and he was killing people and showing up on tape.
Too.
Yeah, he was showing up on tape. Like, and Homelander started to question his own sanity because he's seeing himself on tape killing people, but it was Black Noir who was doing it because Black Noir, like, man, I've been training for this my whole life. I'm ready to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to kill this dude. So I'm glad they kind of deviated from that because I don't know. I'm not even a huge fan of Billy Butcher. I hate the guy, honestly. I feel like he has no redeeming qualities. I don't feel like he deserves the kill shot, for Homelander. I mean, he deserves to die probably as much as Homelander does, in my opinion. He's probably as bad as Homelander. He's not a hero. But I just don't know what the answer to Homelander is. I'm hoping that we see it pretty soon.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I don't know. I don't think it exists with Starlight or none of the people we see, the deep in these people. So
No.
yeah.
I mean, but they are living in a world of just sheer terror. Like, I mean, this guy's like terrorizing you at work, coming to your house in the middle of the night, threatening you and your family. I mean, it's just like, where do you go to get away from a monster like this? I mean, this guy can, like, you go on vacation, he just shows up there. You know what I'm saying? He kills your lover. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, how do you live in a world where you just can't escape the most powerful bully on the planet? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you gotta. I get why everybody's stressed out and doing what they do, and why some people are fodder. And again, he's the big bad bully, and you gotta attack him meticulously in a different kind of way that you wouldn't, attack him normally. You can't attack this guy head on.
But what they need? They need the master tactician. They need Batman.
Here we
Know
go.
what I'm saying?
Here we go.
They need Batman. You know what I'm saying?
I saw the setup.
Batman could do this. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, these guys are walking around whispering about a weapon that could kill them and this and that. And you got to, like, put together a solid-ass plan. You know what I'm saying? To take somebody out like that, man. And it's got to happen.
I thought I was like, ain't no way he gonna wrap this around to Batman.
Oh, you know,
Ain't
I'm
no
gonna
way.
always bring it back to Bruce. You know what I'm saying? The master tactician. You know what I'm saying? I always gotta bring it back, man. You know, but they need somebody that thinks on that level that can like. I don't see it in none of the boys. Butcher's not that. Um, Nobody operates on that. They haven't introduced the I forgot the character's name. I think I want to say the Thinker, but it's not. It's a character who knows everything. I don't know if we'll see him this season, but he's supposed to be like the Stan Lee type character. He's the guy who got all the information on like all the supers. You know what I'm saying? He knows everything. We haven't seen that guy yet, but like we would need somebody like that that knows this person who knows this person. Because I feel like the right combination of abilities can put Homelander down. You just need people who can do what he can do. You know what I'm saying? You might not need to have one person who can do it. You might need 5 people who can do what he can do.
Yeah, they got their little team gathering, but it looked like he had already exposed them. So I don't know. The only solution is you're going to get a lot of more Temp V moments because those are wild cards. Huey, what if they do convince Mother's Milk to take it? I envision Kimiko is going to survive. And then you can have an all-out assault from the scumbags you don't expect, and we'll see what happens when that happens. But I think in the next few episodes, you probably get Huey and Homelander trying to convince the other people to do it, because I think a guy like Mother's Milk is the person kinda who you want to be in the show. Will the upstanding guy, him turning his back on the Contras, that's just him being a soldier, I guess. But they say about that. But at the end of the day, I think he's the person that you are looking for, that morals person that's gonna say, no, I don't want to fight crime this way, which is stupid, but whatever.
I mean, they don't even know what the consequences of taking that shit is. You know what I'm saying? It was like they hadn't even like really fully like did human trials on that shit yet. So we don't know. These guys might have stage 4 cancer now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they taking that shit, and Huey is strung out on that shit. Like he's like super high right now off of that shit. I don't know if it's just the high off of the endorphins of having the power, or like he's like addicted to that shit now. But it's an addictive thing, like to go from having like godlike power to like going back to being a human. Like you would want to feel like that all the time. Like you would be taking that shit every day. Like, no, I don't want to go back to being a feeble human. I want to remain a god. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you watched The Boys, the animated joint, that was one of the stories. So I kind of appreciate them expounding on this, linking the two worlds. So shout out to anybody who's seen what was The Boys animated one? I don't know. Diabolical. Yeah, they had the storyline where the couple was taking that stuff and living a different life for years. And I think eventually they had to stop, or something was going to happen. So I kind of get it. And it's just kind of where they're at. But I don't know what they're going to be with this Temp V or the V24. But this is where I think what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes or whatever is they're going to set that up. Where what is this stuff doing to you? It actually reminds me of a story I remember. I forgot. I think I shared it at one point in the text or something. It was like a guy back in like the 1900s, and he was experimenting with some kind of nuclear active drug or something, and he kept taking it, and he felt like he was glowing, but he ended up like giving himself a radiation poisoning and dying a gruesome death. Like,
this is real life.
Yeah, this is real life. Yeah,
oh shit,
real life.
Yeah,
damn.
He was taking it. I forget what it is, and I'm drawing a complete blank. But he was taking.
He had a terminal disease, and I think it was radium, and like he was taking. He was supposed to only take like a couple doses of it, like in a particular time, but he started taking like 10 to 12 a day, and then one day his jaw just fell out. Just fall.
God damn.
He's drinking radiation, so
Yeah. Listen, when he said he felt energized, like when he first started taking it, that's why he started taking so much. Like he'd take it and feel like, he never felt before. And that was clearly his body being microwaved internally. So we'll see what the 10th V does for these characters and the boys. There's a few episodes left. We'll see what happens, man. So I'm excited to see. Fresh didn't bring a lot to the subject tonight because I guess he's still catching up, but we'll get him there.
It was Radathar. I think his name was Eben Byers. He was.
You said this is the 1800s, 1900s. When?
I'm pulling it up now. It was back in the day. It was radium poison.
Radium. Yes.
Radium poison.
Radium. Can you imagine? Because they didn't know what the hell it was or what it really did yet.
Yeah, it was the 1800s.
I'm like, yeah, here you go. Try this shit.
I'll show a picture real quick.
Shit.
And he went nuts. Bro. He started ODing on it. Oh,
damn.
One day he was talking, his man's jaw literally fell off. Like, whoa. So,
god damn.
That's Compound V in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened to my man's.
Whoa. God damn.
Now, when the man said he started taking it, he said he felt energized. That was the funniest thing to me. It wasn't funny, but it was like, oh, okay, there's cell division at a very high rate. That's why you feel energized. A lot of shit.
Your body is going into survival mode.
Like you are
right. This
body
is what
in
he was
overdrive.
taking. Radathor, certified radioactive water.
Radioactive water. What?
Wow.
The product was launched in 1918. It will enhance the vital processes of the body.
Whatever that means.
This fucker was getting a Woody off of that shit. That's what he was taking it for.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to take a spoonful a day, but over a short period of time, he started taking a whole bottle a day. Then weeks later, 2. Then after a year, even 3 bottles a day. So this is what happened. His jaw fell out.
He made it a whole year drinking that shit like that?
Yeah, it's probably so watered down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they said it made his bones disintegrate from the inside. He didn't feel much pain as all his nerves were melted by the substance. So he didn't even feel his jaw. That is crazy.
I just couldn't imagine standing there talking to a dude and his jaw falls off. Like, whoa.
Byers consumed over 1,400 bottles of Radathor.
My God.
But what year was this? Until 1931. 1931. That's not even 100 years ago. People were taking shit like this. Like, so imagine what is their modern day equivalent to Radathor?
Good question. Could be cell phones.
Shit. Right. All our right ears are just gonna fall off in 2040.
And you know what's crazy is they could tell us this and we wouldn't give a fuck. We would still keep using cell phones. Motherfuckers would be like, it's not gonna be me.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's the other nigga who's gonna get. I mean, I bet if these phones was giving everybody ED and messing up their Johnson control, they'd stop.
I don't think so.
You wouldn't stop?
Shit. I think it's too addictive. I think you would mind fuck yourself into believing it won't be you.
I don't know, man.
Me or your phone? Which one?
Whip.